Hi everyone, this is Iris from ilee Taurus and welcome to your weekly reading. This reading is going to be for the air signs, so that's Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, and this reading is going to be from the 12th to the 18th of April 2021. If you're new to this video, what I usually do is I pull one card for the collective, and I pull two cards for Gemini, two cards for Libra, and two cards for Aquarius, and then we're going to see how it all ties in to the collective energy and thus giving you your weekly reading. Okay, so if you can give me a few seconds, let me shuffle the cards. Okay, so universe, what messages you have for the air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, 12th to the 18th April 2021. One card for the collective. Okay, and then we will pull two cards for Gemini, two cards for Libra, two cards for Aquarius. All right, so now we go into your collective energy. Okay, 10 of Wands. So this week, it may be a bit, I feel there's a tedious feeling here. Hang on, let me see if this helps. Okay, so feeling a bit tedious, feeling tired, because very likely you're going to be very busy this week. For some of you, this is just some burden that you're carrying within yourself. It really has to depend on what the cards will show later. But for most of it should be, it may be a very difficult week. Okay, that's why we are doing this reading, so that we know what to expect and we know how to overcome them. Okay, so let's just go straight into each sign's reading. So we start off with Gemini's. Okay, so we have 8 of Pentacles, so now this is going to be very good for you, and 2 of Cups. Okay, so very likely this week is going to be, with this combination, it just shows that you're going to be super duper busy. You're going to be upskilling yourself. You're going to be working on something, and I would say it has something to do with a connection or relationship with other people around you. Yes, 2 of Cups is usually talks about romantic relationships, but to me it has come for me as sometimes like business clients, customers, and even friends. It's just that you have this closeness with someone else. But for your reading, I feel it's more like it's kind of a very general, very overview kind of reading. So you can expect a lot of work. You can expect a lot of improvement in your works, in your work ethics, and maybe in your products if you are making homemade products or doing that sort. And you can expect a lot of I wouldn't say discussion, but maybe more like meeting up and then talking about stuffs. And for some of you, this may be that you are improving your social life. Okay, if that's the case, then I would understand why there's a 10 of Wands here, because maybe your schedule is a bit hectic, or maybe if you have some social anxieties, but it is not that bad. Okay, with this 3 combination of cards, it's not you can expect that you're going to be very tired this week, but it's worth it. Okay, all right, so Gemini, that's all for your reading. I hope you like that. Now I'm going to move on to Libra. Okay, Libra, 7 of Swords and Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I think you're trying to avoid or escape something. I don't know what this is. It's kind of like you're trying to avoid something happening, I think, or you're trying not to make it happen. I hope that makes sense, because I don't even know if it makes sense. And that, and you carry that burden of being afraid of letting people know your true intentions, or getting caught. I feel you're running away from something, but I don't know what it is. So the Wheel of Fortune is more like, sometimes it can be like you're trying to escape fate, or you're trying to make sure you will not turn to something that's unfavorable to you. I hope that makes sense. Let me pull one card for the Wheel of Fortune. Page of Pentacles. Okay. In that case, Wheel of Fortune is this, I wouldn't say it's an opportunity, but I feel that it's more, it's not an offer, it's not an opportunity. So I would say it's something that is already innate within yourself. I think you're trying to avoid it's okay. Let me try to see how I can put them into words. I don't know why you're just trying to avoid something from happening. And this something is supposed to bring you lots of good things, lots of, I wouldn't say improvement, but at the very least you will level up. I don't know if that makes sense, but you're trying to avoid from leveling up, and that is what is creating that burden, creating that difficult struggle that you're feeling inside. Sometimes Wheel of Fortune can talk about, because the wheel is always turning from bad, it can go from bad to good, and then good to bad. So in other words, it's not like Temperance, where you try to be moderate. Wheel of Fortune can be just, I really don't know how to explain this. I just know you're trying to avoid something. Okay, let's just put it this way. You're trying to avoid something to make it happen, or maybe some of you don't want to make it happen. The point is you're avoiding, and this avoidance is causing a lot of stress. It's causing a lot of anxiety, and then you're carrying all this burden inside your heart. Perhaps you should try to confront it instead and not be afraid. Because I pull one card for the Wheel of Fortune. Page of Pentacles is supposed to show something positive. You can expect to see, okay, I have grown into an entrepreneur, and I have this money, I have this achievement, which I would not understand why you're running away from this thing. This is good. And I still have only 3-4 cards. I would like to see what is your current condition, unless you're like a queen and king, and then it would explain why you're trying to not make this happen. Okay, but if let's say you are maybe 9 of Pentacles or maybe 10 of Pentacles, then this is just something that has to happen, but somehow you're not taking it. So it can be like you're trying to avoid responsibility, or maybe you're just being lazy. Yeah. I don't know about you Librans, but for me, because I'm a Libra sun, yes, I have this tendency to just drag things and be lazy. So, but to be honest with you, I don't know how this will resonate with me. But this is a weekly reading anyway. It's supposed to happen during this coming week. But if anything, I think what you can get from this is that just let things flow. Okay, the more you struggle, the more it feels difficult. It's like a very difficult thing for you to carry. So perhaps go with the flow and see what happens. Okay, all right, I think we've talked enough for Libra. So that's all for you Librans. So now let's move on to Aquarius. So we have High Priestess and Emperor. Okay, I see this as, sorry about that, I see this as two people not talking to each other. Okay, so this is very obvious that there's a cold war between you and someone else, and this person has a high of an ego. But look at this person, if you can see it from the camera, this Emperor is actually looking at this High Priestess. So this High Priestess is more like I don't give a shit. I just want to do my thing, and then I'm just gonna be quiet. Whereas the Empress be like, fine, and I'll be quiet too. But they're looking at this High Priestess here, you know, just to see what they're doing. And this person has more of an ego issue. So maybe this is the person that says, don't disturb me, let me do my own thing. And the High Priestess be like, okay. And when they do their own thing, the Empress be like, my High Priestess is supposed to come and beg me for attention, but they're not doing that. Okay, so if you are in this state of Cold War, of a silent war, then yes, I would understand why there is a 10 of Wands, because it is so difficult. Not only is this silence difficult, but the burden of being around with this person is just I wouldn't say unbearable, but maybe for only this week it's a bit difficult. Very likely this may happen in the workplace, because the Emperor does denote that of a leader, of a supervisor, or anyone that has authority. Okay, but you being the High Priestess, I don't think you lack anything. You are someone knowledgeable. It's just that you tend to be more quiet, and you are the you know, you are that person where you don't say a lot, you don't do a lot, but you're the smartest of the bunch. Okay, and Aquarius, you are very smart. You are very, very smart sign. Okay, let me see what else. Otherwise, if you're not dealing with, if you're not having this Cold War or this silent war with someone else, then it's very likely that this is just this is something that's happening within yourself, where your ego is trying to overrule this your intuition and your inner voice, and you are having a hard time listening to your High Priestess within you. Okay, sometimes there are just times where we do feel that way. Even me as a tarot reader, there are times where I cannot read the cards, and then it gets a bit haywire. So what I do is I just sleep on it, I just meditate more, I take care of myself, I focus on calming my ego, and I try ways to humble myself. Okay, so I watch a lot, you know, so you can just go on YouTube and watch more of those Thai advertisements, you know, and then cry your tears out, because they're trying to find ways to humble your ego self. Okay, and of course meditate more if that helps. Yeah, I think that will definitely help you this coming week. Okay, so that's all I have for the air signs. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like more of this weekly videos, you can follow me on my Instagram, on my YouTube channel, and even on my Facebook page if you want to. What else? Yeah. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week. Bye. Hi everyone, this is Iris from Aries Tarot, and welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the earth signs, so that's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And this reading is going to be for from the 12th to the 18th of April 2021. If you're new to this video, what I usually do is I pull one card for the collective energy, and then later I'll be pulling 2 cards for Taurus, 2 cards for Virgo, and 2 cards for Capricorn, and then we're going to see how they all tie into the collective energy, and thus giving you your weekly reading. So if you can give me a few seconds, let me shuffle the cards. Just what messages you have for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So what's the collective energy? Okay. And then 2 cards for Taurus. Two cards for Virgo. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but my neighbors downstairs are singing, are having karaoke, so Virgo, but I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me. Taurus, Virgo, and 2 for Capricorn. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, let's go into your collective energy. Two of Swords. Okay. I'm just trying my best not to get distracted by the karaoke, but okay. So Two of Swords. Two of Swords talks about being in a stalemate. Very likely for at least one of you, one of the signs I mean. You may come to a point this week where you may not be able to decide anything. But I think for most of you, it's something that you do not want to do. It's kind of like, enough, I don't want to do anymore. I'm so tired, give me my rest. As opposed to, I don't know what to do, I don't know which one to choose, so I'm not choosing anything. Okay. It can also mean, I just feel a lot of you are tired, and not wanting to do anything. Okay, so let's see how that all ties in to every sign's reading. So now let's begin with Taurus. Okay, Taurus, Hierophant, and Three of Wands. Okay, so your reading is talking about being in a stalemate where you are waiting for something to happen, and it's more likely you are waiting for divine intervention. My Hierophant card has always come to me as something that is it's kind of like the rules and regulations of the universe, meaning to say, like, there's a certain process that you have to go through about when it comes to a particular journey. So let's say, for example, maybe right now you are in a journey on how to love yourself more. So there's a proper process, and not to say, oh, so long as I believe that I can take care of myself, I believe in myself, that's self-love. No, there has to be a process where there's some, I mean, it really depends. Not everyone is going through the same thing. So for some of you, it can be a case of deconstructing, and then you have to rebuild yourself. Or it can just be, for some of you, it can just be taking things step by step. So right now, you are in this stage where you very likely are letting go of control, and let go and let God, and you're just letting things be. Okay, it's this week. Okay, for this reading, you will not get your answer, you will not see any progress, but it's just for this week. Okay, we will see what happens next week for you. It's otherwise, if this is not anything spiritual, then this may be something of, I think it's from the bank, because that's the thing that came out from the top of my head. Otherwise, it can be an organization or some sort of company. Maybe you're waiting for a reply, a result. You're waiting for someone to get back to you, and it's definitely from the company, from a big organization. Okay, but I really feel it's the bank. So if that's the case, then you will not hear it this week. The karaoke is getting louder. Okay, but I hope you guys don't hear it. All right, and it's okay. Let me see, what else can I feel? Yeah, I've finished anyway. It's okay. Okay, so Taurus, that's all I have for you. I hope that helps. It's okay. This will only just happen for this week. Okay. And then just wait it out. All right, you have done all that you can, all that you could, so there's nothing else you can do. All right, so just be proud of yourself that you have submitted everything and done all the work. So it's just time for you to take a step back and relax, just go on your daily routine. Okay, all right, so now let's move on to Virgos. Yeah, Virgos, this one. Okay, Virgos, 10 of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so for you, this is definitely about some sort of offer or opportunity, but you're not really looking forward to it. That's why you are in a stalemate, because you don't know if you should take it, or maybe, or if you, and very likely you don't even know if you want it. Okay, so that's why because very likely you know that with this opportunity, with this chance, with this offer here, it's going to bring you more stress, more work in your hands. Maybe the offer may not be as good. Maybe the compensation, let's put it that way, maybe the compensation or maybe the pay is not good enough. So but at the same time, you're kind of thinking, should I take it? It's better than nothing. It's kind of like you don't want to let it go, but at the same time you think it's not good enough. That's why you're in a stalemate. That's why you cannot make a decision. Okay. For this, I cannot tell you if you should take it or not, because this just shows me that, okay, there's an offer, is gonna be add more burdens to you. And and for the most part of this week, you will be in a sort of in a like an energy where I don't even know what I want to do with this offer. It's kind of like, I know you don't want to let it go, but at the same time, maybe for some of you, you want to let it go, but the person keeps on pressing. But I also know that you may not like, you're not so into this offer or this Ace of Pentacles here. Okay. In which case, the only advice I can give you is just to, don't stress yourself. If you feel that this, I think it really depends on your capability and your ability. Some people can handle heavy work, some people cannot. So at most, I think you just take some time for yourself to listen. Okay, so this person right here, they are blinded. They're not tied down, but they're just blinded, and they are guarded because they want to try. This card does talk about being intuitive and listening to yourself. Can you imagine if you are this person, you're just sitting out there by the ocean, God knows what you're listening to that time, and you are guarded with, and you're blindfolded, and you never know what's going to come for you. But there you are, you're just sitting there with two big swords. Do you know how big those swords are? Do you know how off balance it is that you have to hold these two swords in your arm in that position? And I would say that the swords are very heavy, but so, and you're blindfolded, you don't even have the upper hand, but you have enough faith, you have this, you are guided, you listen to anything that's going on out there. So it's more like, not so you're using all of your senses except for your sight. Okay, but most importantly, you are trying to listen, not just your surroundings, but also to what you're thinking. Okay, and that's going to give you the answer that you need. Okay, all right, so that's all I have for you, Virgos. Now let's move on to Capricorns. Okay, Hanged Man and Three of Cups. Okay, this is nice. Okay, for your energy, this is very nice in the sense that you don't, there's not a lot of happenings going around for you this week, and that's okay, because you are taking some time out. You are, to me, it looks like you are relaxing. You don't even need to worry about anything. You're just you're having a lot of fun with very likely you have a lot of fun with friends and family and people that you care about. To me, it really looks like, just chilling, just relax. Otherwise, you have like it's kind of like ding ding, you put two and two together over an event or something or someone. Of course, Three of Cups does indicate that there's some sort of third party situation going on, but to be honest, Three of Cups has never come up as a third party reading for me. But to me, for this one, it feels like you realize something about maybe one of your colleagues, one of your friends. It's nothing to do with you. You saw something and you realize something, because there's something else within you. Very likely your intuition, your inner voice that's telling you, no, that's not right. No, wait, hang on. No, I thought this and this was like this, but it turns out it's not. It's kind of like maybe you had an inkling that something fishy is going on, and this week, even though, to be honest, I don't think you see evidence of it, but you feel something fishy is going on. And it's not like you can do anything about it, to be really honest, especially with this Two of Swords card. But it's just about accepting that you have no control over what is happening especially when it has nothing to do with you. I'm not telling you to mind your own business. But yes, the reading is saying that you should mind your own business, in a sense that because there's nothing you could have done anyway. So it's not for you to decide for other people what's good for them. They have to decide it for themselves. Okay. Imagine like maybe you want to help. Yes, maybe you have good intentions on standing up for what's right and all. But what is the point when the person themselves are not learning their lesson, and they will repeat it again in the future? Okay. Okay, I went on a ranting rage, whatever. Okay, but that's all I have for you, Capricorns. And that is all for the earth signs. So thank you so much for watching. If you like more of these weekly readings, if you like to watch more tarot content, you can always join me on my Facebook, my YouTube, and even on Instagram. I have a lot of pick a card readings there for you to try, for you to choose from, for you to listen to and watch. And I will see you next week. Bye. Hi everyone, this is Aries from ilee Tarot, and welcome to your weekly reading. This reading is going to be for the water signs, so that's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And this reading is going to be from the 12th to the 18th of April 2021. If this is your first time to this video, what I usually do is I'll be pulling one card for the collective energy, and then I'll be pulling 2 cards for Cancer, 2 cards for Scorpio, and 2 cards for Pisces, and then we will see how it all ties into the collective energy, and thus giving you your weekly reading. So if you can give me a few seconds for me to shuffle and pull the cards. Okay, so I have wait. Just what messages do you have for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for this coming week? So give me 1 card for the collective, please. Thank you. Oops. Oh, you have 2 cards. Okay. Okay, so 2 cards for Cancer. I don't know if you can hear it, but my downstairs neighbor are singing karaoke. I'm trying my best not to get distracted by them. So 2 cards for Scorpio. Well, but I'm just letting them sing because otherwise they're going to sing in the middle of the night. So better now than later, right? Okay. And then Cancer, Scorpio, and 2 more for Pisces. Let people have fun, right? Okay. Right. So collective energy. Whoops. What's going on? Okay. So we have King of Cups and 5 of Swords. Okay. So this 2 cards itself talks about either you are either the King of Cups, or there's someone that is the King of Cups that is that you may have a falling out with. 5 of Swords is a card about losing, what's the word, you've won the battle but lost the war kind of thing. You may have this disagreement with this person, and this person chose to walk away or chose not to engage this argument with you in which perhaps you felt like, oh my gosh, we should talk this over, and the person's like no, and then they just walk away, and because you cannot move forward either, so you don't win anything. In fact, you lost someone which very likely you feel is important for you in your situation. So now I guess we just have to go straight into your own cards to see how it all ties in before I say anything else. So for Cancers, you have Ace of Wands and 3 of Wands. Okay, so for you, I felt that this falling out thing has happened a long time, for quite some time. Not a long time, but maybe for quite some time. It's something that you have been waiting for. I don't know what you're waiting for, but with the Ace of Wands here, it does indicate that you want something new with this person. Maybe you want to, I wouldn't say you want to hear from this person. Maybe you just want to see action from this person. Well, if you are not the King of Cups here, then very likely, of course, the other person is the King of Cups. In which case, if that other person is the King of Cups, then you will not hear from this person. All right. And this person, I don't feel that they feel any regret over this 5 of Swords, over this argument. I would say I would expect them to reach out to you, but I would also say that if you were to start talking to them, they will listen. it's good that they have the King of Cups, because if I mean I know King of Cups supposed to talk about the water signs, you know, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but King of Cups can also say that if you were to try to discuss things with them, they'll be okay, and they will not retaliate, or they will not give you any hissy fit and all that. I don't know why you have to wait though. Unless you're saying that you're waiting for this person to come in because you've done all the work, as shown by the Three of Wands. I also want to say that whoever this person is to you is you feel is very important for you. So this can maybe be your spouse, your lover, your friend, maybe a family, maybe even colleague. But I think the most important thing is I don't know why this week you are waiting for this person. I mean, I don't know why you have to spend the whole 7 days just thinking about waiting on this person. Or maybe you're giving yourself time to think whether or not you should talk to this person. I don't see any apology in 4 of these cards, but I would say, and I cannot tell you if you should go or not go, because none of these cards tell me so. Of course, Ace of Wands can say, yeah, go ahead and go forward. But with the Three of Wands here, it says wait. Okay. But the thing about Ace of Wands is it can just be an idea and a thought. It's not really sort of like an action card. Of course, the idea of wanting to make something work, yes, that is the Ace of Wands. Okay. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. My neighbor's singing, like they're having fun and all, but I'm not. But I'm just trying very hard not to get distracted. But it's really funny. Okay. Yeah, I think I've said my piece, but it's kind of, I'm just a bit upset that I don't know what else to tell you. You can't do anything. Well, you can't do anything for now. And for this week, for most of the week, I think you can just take some time, whether or not to reach out to this person, because if you want to, I'm telling you, this person will be ready to listen. Okay? All right. So, Cancers, that's all I have for you. So I'm going to move on to Scorpios. Wait, which one's Scorpios? Yeah, this is Scorpios. Okay. So, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So yours is in a total, like, it's total stalemate and all. You very likely, I'm very sure this is your spouse, or at least someone within your family, or sometimes, is it work related? I don't think this is work related, to be honest, but of course it can be. I'm feeling for most of you this is family related to family, and there's some sort of disagreement, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is about some monetary financial plan. I don't think it's budget. It's just that you guys are probably wondering which is the where you should invest your money, your resources, your pentacles, and you both cannot come to a to a final decision. Okay. This may be what's going to happen for this week, to which the 7 of Pentacles here does it does talk about okay, I think it's because you both cannot decide where to park the money, where to invest the money. But I would say that try not to push things first, because none of these cards are telling you to invest in which. It's just that you both have to come to a conclusion, as I'm very sure this is maybe related to a joint account, or something that needs both the agreement of both sides. So this week I would not expect to see, you will not expect to see any final decisions. Don't try to rush it, because because these two cards are actually a very non-moving kind of energy, because very likely because you both cannot agree, and you guys may say something that you shouldn't have said. So I don't want to say try to avoid it, because if you try to avoid it, then you're still not finding the solution to your problems. I would say just try to talk it out. If it happens, it's okay. At the very least, at least you still have the money, and it's better than, than you give in and then suddenly you guys invest in the wrong thing and then you lose all the money, right? So just let it be open to discussing, and be and debate if you want to, like how Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Amy Santiago and Jake Peralta, when they had this debate on, I think they have this debate on whether or not they want to have children. The one that where they came and they had a literal debate in the hospital, in hospital. Yeah, I think it was about children. It's like that. Okay, so just discuss. All right. Okay, Scorpios, that's all I have for you. I really hope that helps, and I'm going to move to Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces now. Yeah. Okay, so Tower and that. Okay, Pisces, for you, this one is very, very different. Yes, there will be a disagreement, there will be an argument, but it's also because it's kind of like I don't want to say you ask for it, but you sort of make it happen, because you start to change. You start to have this shift within yourself where you say enough is enough. Okay. And very likely I can see you expressing and telling to whoever this King of Cups is, to the other person, to the other party, that you want change, you want transition, you don't want to be where you are right now. You expect something better for yourself. Okay, you may not get what you want, but I would also say that you may hurt the other person. So be very, very careful with the words that you choose to say to this person. Okay. However, I also want to say that this person will understand you. I mean, you can let off steam if you need to. Okay. And I want to say, like I told Cancers, this person will be willing to listen. Okay. And I would not be surprised if you lose your temper, but it's not that bad, because Five of Swords is not that harsh of an energy as compared to Five of Wands, where Five of Wands you can expect more friction. Five of Swords is more like I just let go and let things happen, that kind of energy. And you should, I guess you should tell, because the Tower here, nothing nothing is being held back. Whatever it is that you want to say, it will come out, whether or not like maybe you get triggered, maybe there's some sort of and with the Death card, I'm not surprised if you just suddenly decide, you know what, I'm gonna give this person a piece of my mind. And it's good for you, because you're changing, because you are evolving, because very likely you are becoming the King of Cups. I mean, yes, of course people will get hurt, but but with the Tower card, it just means that it has to be done. Okay. All right, Pisces, that's all I have for you. Water signs, that's all I have for you. I really, really hope you guys find that helpful. If you like more of these weekly readings, you can follow me on my weekly reads. If you like, you can follow me on my Instagram, my YouTube, my Facebook page for more tarot content, and of course for this kind of weekly readings. What else? Yeah, that's all. So I will see you next week. Bye. Hi everyone, this is Aries from ilee Taros, and welcome to your weekly reading. This reading is going to be for the fire signs, so that's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and this reading is going to be from the 12th to the 18th of April 2021. If this is your first time watching this video, what I usually do is I pull one card for the collective energy, and then I'll be pulling 2 cards for Aries, 2 cards for Leo, and 2 cards for Sagittarius, and then we'll see how it all ties in, and thus giving you your weekly reading. Okay, So if you can give me a few seconds. Okay, universe for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for fire signs for this week, please. Oops. Okay, one card for the collective. Two cards for Leo. Two cards for Leo. Okay, so this is Leo. So this is Aries first. And then two cards for Sagittarius. 1, 2, 3. If you can hear the background, that's my downstairs neighbor singing karaoke. And they've been singing for the past hour. So I just let them be. Better they sing now than sing in the middle of the night. Okay, so collective reading, collective energy, and you have the 10 of Cups, and this is such a beautiful card to have. It's emotional fulfillment. There's not a lot I can say, but let's just go straight into the individual signs and see what happens. So for Aries, we have the Star, we have Cups, 7 of Cups. Oh, this is great. Okay, this is very likely a wish fulfillment for you. Okay, this week you can expect a lot of good things, but I think it's more of like a birthday wish. A birthday wish. Wait, hang on. Now is... Oh yeah, it is Aries season. Oh yeah. Is it Aries season? Wait, is it? Yeah, I think it's Aries season. Yeah. I totally forgot. So for a lot of you, you'll be celebrating your birthday this week. Happy birthday, Aries. I totally forgot. Oh my gosh. All right. So very likely you get a birthday wish, and I would not be surprised if you get more than one. So it's kind of like you're so overwhelmed with the love and care of all your friends, and it's a very I want to say it's not rejuvenating. It's just it's so good for your soul. And I also want to I just feel a lot of happiness in this reading, that you can expect good things for you to come to you this week. Maybe there's one or two hiccups, but for the most part you would definitely remember this week like for quite some time. I also want to say, I mean, the 7 of Cups, I know there's more to it, but I don't for this weekly reading, I don't pull clarification cards. But I feel that for some of you, it's kind of like you get to choose your own gift, and then someone else will buy it for you. I just feel a lot of happiness. There's really not a lot to say. You have the 10 of Cups, you have the Star, you have the 7 of Cups. It's really cool. I totally forgot that we are in Aries season. So happy birthday to you, Aries. What else can I feel? Yeah, I don't really feel anything anymore. So you can I'm sorry, that's all I can get for you. You have very good cards. I don't know what else to tell you. So that's all I have for you, Aries. Have a great week, and I'm now moving on to Leos, Queen of Wands and 8 of Wands. So Leos, I think you'll be receiving messages or receiving information with regards to this Queen of Wands. Or it could be that you are super duper busy and hyper and everything's going your way because you will be the Queen of Wands, which is great. And I think because of the collective energy, it's such a good week. It's such a great energy to have. It's like for most of the week, of course there will be hiccups definitely, but this is a week to remember for most fire signs. So Aries had a very good reading. For Leos, I think your reading will go good as well, because I think you will love the energy of Queen of Wands, where everything goes your way, especially when you are a very result oriented kind of a person. Then you can expect, and it may be that this week is going to move very fast for you. Okay, not a lot to say here. I mean, for some of you, maybe you receive messages, not much of universal downloads, but more towards action, 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 and whatever it is that you want to achieve, you will get it. Okay. All right, so Leos, that's all I have for you. I'm so sorry, it's very short because I feel that it's so happy. Aries had a good reading, Leo had a good reading. So now let's see for Sagittarius. Six of Cups. Three of Pentacles. That's really nice. Wow, what I want to be fire signs this week. This week is going to go great for fire signs. Okay, so for Sagittarius, you have Six of Cups, you have Three of Pentacles. So for you, it's about being around the people that you care, that care for you, and it's also about building. I feel this is more about family related matters rather than love, rather than work. It can be about work. The idea, the essence of this reading is that there is some coming togetherness. So very likely this is family related. It can be about work, but I don't really feel, because unless you really love your colleagues and your bosses, otherwise I would definitely bet it's family related, especially if you have young children. Then yes, you can expect a lot of love from them, love, care, and you to them as well. And it's I think some of you may be, I wouldn't say renovating, but more like adding something to your home. And everyone's chipping in, everyone is helping out, so it has a lot of this emotional fulfillment where you feel so appreciative, you feel so grateful, and you're so happy and glad. And I wouldn't say there's no worries, because I think it's not possible. I mean, life, we will have ups and downs, but this reading is more like when it's up, it's really up. And just enjoy that energy, just take it in, just accept it, and just acknowledge that I am satisfied with my life, I am grateful, I'm content with what I have. Thank you. Okay. All right, so Sagittarius, that's all I have for you. Fire signs, that's all I have for you. I want to be the fire sign this week. Yeah, so happy for you guys. Okay, so that's all for your weekly reading. If you like, you can always follow me on my Facebook page, on my YouTube, on my Instagram, for more tarot content. No obligations. You can just you can follow me if you want to. Okay, so I will see you next week for the next weekly reading. Thank you for your time. Bye.